Is this thing on? We're live?
Yeah,
What happened?
it's live. We're on.
Ooh, I know. I was being sarcastic. I just can't wait for it to pop up so I can see the notifications. And there's Kent is live. Let's click that button. There we go. I'll turn off the audio because I forgot to do that.
Well,
There,
what else is new?
there we go. So we have me in here. Woo! Hi, Brent. How
There
are
we
you?
go.
I'm getting live. Oh, we're up to 3 already. Look at there. Do this one. There
Well,
we go.
I know Jaden's new. Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome.
How's it going?
CJ, I think you are going to be our guest next week, right? Aloha's to everybody's. Mr. Mike, how are you? Mr. Mike Starr is in the house. Jordan. Yeah, and if you're new, we'll probably say this a couple times tonight. If you give StreamYard access to your profile, we'll get to see you.
We get to see your name when it pops up.
Yeah, other than Facebook user.
Yep.
All right, sweet. CJ is our guest for next week. Yay!
Nice.
Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Miss Deb.
We're live in the new location, so this is kind of neat.
Yes.
Kind of excited about this tonight.
You're a little glitchy, but not bad.
I see that. Don't know what. I don't know. Maybe I need to reset the router, but we'll see how it goes.
Hey, Reagan. You just have to. There's a link on the post that I made that said we're going live, and you just got to click on that, and that should do it. Follow the instructions. Mike H from the Iowa side. So I think we've got ourselves.
Yeah, sorry, Cody. I seen that. I was slammed at work today, and I didn't get a chance to respond. So we'll talk about it later. I don't know why it's glitchy. That is so annoying.
What's different with your background today?
This stuff?
Yeah, that stuff.
Nothing. Just the same old background I've always used, right?
Yeah. Right.
Except it got a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it did. And it rotates now, from what I can tell.
Yes, it does rotate now.
I will, CJ. I have to send you questions and stuff. So, Evan, how are you out in YouTube land? All right, so let's get into it. We had a show this past weekend, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So, what do y'all think about that said show? Well, we'll start with you, Brent.
I thought it was great. It was a record-setting show for us. We had 314, I believe.
15.
315. Sorry, we don't want to forget that last person.
That was David Lawhead who snuck in there right at the end.
Yes, it was. It was a great show, and just to have that many people come through, it was really good time. It went fast, but it was also long at the same time. So, but yeah, it was definitely a good show, and I'm glad that we did it, and I can't wait to do it again.
The peanut
What'd you think of it?
Here.
Oh, that's.
I thought it was great. I felt like we were a little bit more organized. We didn't have to scramble around and try to get tables put up.
Yeah, that was nice.
And do all the other extra stuff. I thought all the vendors were great. There was a tremendous variety there. We had some visitors that I was very grateful that they came from the from the Kansas City area. Both Rich and Corbin and Andrew. Lots of new vendors, people that we haven't seen before. It was, really great to see all of that. Reagan has a great point there. There were a lot of kids, and those kids seemed to have a good time. The track seemed to go well as well. Bill Melville had, as he said, the best day he's ever had.
Can't beat that.
Can't go wrong
nice.
there.
No, definitely can't.
You know, where there were 3 folks who didn't make it, you know, that happens. Not much we can control about that. And hopefully next time they'll be able to make it.
Yeah, it was a great show. I got a lot of cool stuff that I wasn't expecting to find. That was my highlight was getting some of the old the original Omaha club cars from the 90s. That made me really happy. So I was excited to see those and maybe able to pick those up and add them to my private collection. So
yeah, I picked up a couple from Charles as well. I had a good conversation with Joe Manganielli, talking about the old club and some of the things that it was about, and in some of the dynamic. He gave me a Cliff Notes version of it, but I think, you know, one day him and I and you and Brian Barron could probably sit down and get a big history lesson.
that would be neat.
The other thing that I'd like to say is thank you to everyone who came out and to all the vendors who came, because I knew it would be successful. I just didn't think it was going to do what it did. So
yeah, it was. We knew it was going to be a good show, but yeah, it definitely got. It was a lot bigger than I anticipated. I mean, it was. I don't know how many times I was like, "This is nuts," because it was a lot of people and it was a good time. So
yeah,
I'm wondering if it's my phone that's screwing up.
Maybe you might have to restart it.
I'm wondering if I were to turn off the phone and just use the.
Maybe. Brian Hetrick's in here, so.
All right, I'm going to bounce for 2 minutes here. I'm going to try something. I'll be right back.
Fresh faces, fresh crowd, and lots of different stuff this time around. Yes, totally agree with that. That was unbelievable. Just what was there, who was bringing it, and, you know, loved it. And it didn't matter if you had one table or 4 or 5, there was enough for everybody. And I didn't see a lot of repeat stuff. So again, you know, let's keep those comments coming in. Or if you got a question, I don't know if PJ's made it in tonight. I know he's kind of working and dealing with Mr. LeSueur's auction. But if there was any comments in the suggestion box, we'd be more than happy to go over those like we always do. No, Mike, it just says you're a Facebook user yet. So we can work on it some more too. Just keep trying. It's that link that's in the post for the invite that I sent out. Yes, Bill, that venue was great. We are going to go back there again also. There's Brent. Welcome, Brent, back onto the show. There you are. Can you hear me? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, there you are. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hold
on. Brian, that number was 315. That was the final number for the night. Oh, James. A week ago, according to tracking, it's still in Pennsylvania. My Lambo was shipped 3 days later, and it's supposed to be here tomorrow. Well, I don't even have my shipping notice for my Lambo yet, James, but I hear you. It was not the notifications are hit or miss, it seems like lately, and I don't know what's going on with that. I'm sure Mattel's trying to do their best with it. Yeah, we're working on the Echo here. Yeah, Mike, we got you now. You're all good. I can see that you're Mike Star. Almost sounded like Porky the Pig. That's not good. Otherwise, hey, Miss Greta, I think I was just surprised at how many people came, and the word of mouth and the ads that were put out through Facebook and how everything seemed to work. Uh-oh.
I think this is going to work. How's the feed now? Is it still jittery
Yeah.
or?
No, you're not jittery. There's no echo. And we sound a little bit better. And there is a finger pointing at you, or was.
Yes, there was a finger pointing at me, but that has since moved to the other side of the room.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time, Greta. I know you did an amazing job taking pictures for us. And, you did the live at the start of the show. I know that's not one of your specialties, but you did great. And we appreciate that you did that.
Yep, it was great.
Again, Drew, another new member and new person to the show. Welcome, Drew. And we are trying to do another show in Omaha this year. Yes. Now that we know what to expect, we are going to do one there.
Mm-hmm. It is on the plans. We just need to figure out exactly when we can sneak in and grab another space. So
I'm thinking it's going to be the fall time frame is my guess. Or we may sneak it in August or end of July, beginning of August. It all depends on who's available, if the place is available.
Yep.
But I would prefer a September, Octoberish show. And it depends on whether or not we go to LA or not, which it doesn't look like it at the moment.
I was going to say, I didn't know we were kicking around the idea of going to LA, but LA is a good time. I have to admit, LA is a pretty good show.
So yeah, it did. The location was great. There was plenty of space. I feel like we could even get a couple more tables in there if we needed to. We left 2 open by the area so that people could sit down. We didn't get chairs there, so we'll work on that.
Yeah, we have some learning we still have to do with the new space. So, there's always that first show that is not everything works out exactly. So it was a great show. You guys had a great layout with space for walking and everything. It seemed like everyone had a good time. So yes, Brian, it was. I enjoyed it. Should we do an outdoor show with the ice cream? Ooh, I don't know. That's always really, really warm around that time. But we might have to think about something if we can try to figure it out or not. I don't know. We'll have to work on the logistics of that one.
Yeah, Corbin, I am so glad you guys made it up here. I did not realize when you came up, though, that the weather was doing what it was. So I appreciate you guys coming up so much. And we'll definitely see you all in Des Moines. You and Andrew did an amazing job. And you are great supporters. And if we get an opportunity to come back down your way again, we will.
Yeah, most definitely. It's kind of weird with the new camera.
Everything in terms of spaces and things like that, it all comes down to how much can we get the place for. Cost is a factor in all of this.
Yeah.
Look, I think the thing that helps the Firefighters Union Hall is that the location.
Yeah. Right off the interstate.
Access.
It was super easy to get there too. I mean, it's right off the interstate. It was right off the interstate. That was what was really nice about it. And it was a nice open venue. It was clean and bright, and windows, music worked well. Once I figured out a good place to put it, I mean, it was just a great overall place. So I'm glad that we chose that location. So
the only thing that I wish I did for that I forgot to bring was the duck flag. So We'll have to have the pirate flag up here
Yeah.
again.
And CJ, to answer that comment, we're not going quite to Columbus, but we are going to be in North Bend, so that'll be the closest to that area I think that we're going to get between that time frame right now. But we are scheduled to go to North Bend, so that'll be a fun show because that'll be during the Founders Day event.
Mike, we do have
Settlers,
some
sorry. Old Settlers Weekend. I'm getting yelled at by my live peanut gallery, and I'm wearing noise canceling headphones, so I can't hear them. So,
Mike, to answer your question, we do actually have somebody from 1320 that's on the page. I don't know how active they are, but maybe that's another thought. The more we get our name out there, the more we get invited to things like this and participate. So we'll just keep an open mind about anything and everything.
Yep, we're never turning down a show. So if we can logistically make it work, we'll definitely be there. So
we'll give it a shot. We'll try to make it work, and just keep doing what we're doing. But we definitely do not want to take away from Norfolk or Elmwood at all.
Nope.
Those places have been very loyal to us from the beginning, and they provide us a way to continue to try to do things in these bigger things that everybody wants us to do. So
yep.
I really don't want to go away stray too far from them.
Who's a duck target in Des Moines? Me? I don't know, Evan. Don't know. We might have to pick someone new. You never know.
Okay, well, who's Lance, Mike? Because that's a new one. Is this James's stepson?
Yes.
Oh. Now it's cluing in.
Starting to make sense, isn't it?
Yeah. Welcome to 5 minutes ago, Kent.
Well, I figured it out with this comment. I was like, oh, that's okay.
Evan, if you want to be the target again, we can do that. You're always a willing participant, and I like that. Yep. Hey, Alan, how are you again? Yeah, I did see that, Justin. We should probably get that moved over to the page. By the way, this is Justin Covert. I was stationed with him in Greece, so I just found out he collects also. So that was cool, too.
There you go. Well, welcome.
And by the way, Justin, you really should go up to Baltimore and go check out the C4 show.
Good guys. Real good guys.
All right. You know what, Antonio? It's good to see you back collecting.
There you go.
It's good to. I saw your post earlier. Said you were getting in there and trying to want to collect again, and that's good. You're a good dude, and you deserve to have your collection. So hopefully you can get it started up again.
No, I like how James is like, no, that's my table.
Well, James.
Well, maybe we'll just make the James the duck target.
Yeah.
Because then Evan can actually put him on James's table. I like the way this sounds.
It's just getting better and better. So let's see what else is going on this week now that we've kind of gone through the show and everything.
Well, there was a sale this couple days ago there on the RLC, so that was always fun.
That one went pretty smooth.
It went fast, is what it did. I was under the impression that I figured it was going to hang around for a few minutes, but once I did some research and found out that it was you were able to get two cars per person, I knew it wasn't going to last long, and it didn't. I think it made it about 8 or 9 minutes, I think is what I saw. So that was it kind of resembled some of the old school RLC sales back in 16. So that was kind of neat for me, at least.
As long as Hot Wheel Hunter isn't there. Okay. Well, I think you're safe.
Well, but the ducks will still be there. Maybe we'll just have to meet up with them and get the ducks from them. And
yeah. I was a little surprised too that how quickly that went through there. But it is what it is. The other thing that happened this week was that we were able to get all of our extras and dinner and shirts and whatnot. And it'll be nice to see that we'll have 3 of us there at dinner. So there is the opportunity for us to get some extra dinner cars to help out some friends both there and back home. We'll save some if we
try to. It's going to depend on what it is and how fast that our phones instantly blow up. So
yeah, 11:08 and it was gone. That's what James was. Yeah. But Tuesday they've got the master set sale, and I'm not even gonna try.
No, it's $600 for the master set, which is cool if you want an instant 2022 complete collection, and that includes every super, every treasure hunt, all of the mail-in cars, and it will have just the Zamax, the Reds, any Walgreens, Best Buy, any exclusive cars. Every single one of them will be in that pack, which is really cool if you want an instant, have everything, which is great. Unless you've been collecting that and you already have 99% of those, and then you just end up with a whole lot of extra cars that you really don't necessarily need.
So while we're thinking of other groups and whatnot, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Carl Smith and Steve Riddell, who came up with this collaboration along with all the other folks from the Mocan group. This is their 30th anniversary club car. It is a 67 Camaro with opening hood, painted in green, and they got the nice little 30th anniversary logo there on top. These were pretty cool car when we saw them in Missouri, weren't they?
Yes, and that color does not come through on camera like they never do. That car is a really, really, really pretty green. So,
and I came down with number 4 of 30, so that was my number as well. And then on the back side of the card here, it does have a little story about how the club came about and some history on it, which I love. I mean, I love hearing about how clubs were formed and where they came about. So I may take a picture of this back of this card and get that posted up there for everybody.
So it's always cool to post a little history of another Hot Wheels club that we have friends in and that we're actually a part of. So that's always cool too. So.
And speaking of clubs and our next show, the Topeka or Capital City Club, which is out of Topeka, Kansas, they're a new group. Our good friend Kyle Escobar is the vice president there, and they are bringing some of their leadership up to the Norfolk show March 5th to kind of observe and see what goes on at our shows, see if they can take something and learn from it and apply it to their first show, which is going to be, I think, the weekend before Memorial Day is what they're shooting for.
Nice.
But we've been invited also to come down and just observe, be a part of it, and help them if there's a way. So if you see Brian, I think his last name is Nitcher, popping around asking questions at the show or on our page, try to give him as best answers as possible. I mean, those guys just got their newsletter approval. They didn't make it into this one, but they should be in the next one. And they're very eager and they're wanting to try to get things going down there. They have a core group that talks amongst themselves, but they're just now getting into the idea of doing a show. So hello there, Manny. How are you?
Hey, Kent, show Manny that new car you just got.
Oh, you mean this one? It's shiny. It's pretty. It's
And
a
it's a
Camaro.
Camaro. Gotta have Camaros. And I'm
Um,
pretty sure there's at least one or two behind me somewhere.
Yeah, Manny, what did you think of the show on Sunday? You know, you're never one not to share your thoughts. Oh, Manny gives it the thumbs up as he
Nice.
should.
There you go.
This is the first Steve Riddell car I have, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that. Unless I have some older baggy cars from conventions of the past.
Yeah, I've got a few of his as well. Nick, let's see here. Oh, the show was great success. A lot of kids, a lot of traffic, a lot of variety as far as cars go. Yes, you're not wrong, Nick. It was a good time. There was a lot of, and it was the neat thing is it wasn't just new stuff. It wasn't just old stuff. There was everything. There was everything from red lines to brand new RLC stuff to, just the latest and greatest that were in, at every Target store. So it was kind of cool. Yeah, I can't. Mine are upstairs, so
I'm going to grab mine now.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, the kids' response to the racing was really, really good. There was lots of participation, lots of running around, lots of racing going on. And I know we're not where we want to be yet as far as that, but Hot Wheel Hunter and Braxton and Miss Terry are all over it. They're working hard to get it to where we want it to be. Just let's give them some support and try to get out there on the track as best we can for them as well as the club.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of the things we talked about, and we'll probably talk a little bit more here, is the fact that we are going to buy the finish gate for that. And it's going to be a place on there. And I think eventually maybe we'll get the times on there as well. So just something else to find crazy busy, but crazy fun. Yes.
Yeah, Mike, it's upstairs in the box that I forgot to bring, so.
We're not laughing at your comment, Mike. We're laughing at Brent forgetting it.
Oh, so, yeah. I always seem to forget things.
So Charles, who I have not seen at one of our shows since the Ashland days, came and set up, and he brought. You got the baggy ones, and this is a carded one, but this is from the old Nebraska club.
We'll turn it so we can see the front of the card and stuff.
Well, I was trying to show what was on the back end there.
Tilt it forward. There you go. Got the Hot Wheels and then the year, I believe is what it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is an Auburn 852.
Yes, and somebody messaged me about it. He has one, but he messaged me about it as well. He goes, "Where'd you find that?" Right, kind of catty corner from where you were sitting. I thought this was cool because normally you don't see fantasy castings as club cars, but this was a really cool one. I like the paint scheme on it. They're very simple, very clean. Not a lot of frills or anything, but they do look sharp. I like the white and the purple on here. Mm-hmm. If you ever do get a chance to find one, and you want a piece of Hot Wheels history for this area, I would recommend you getting one of these.
Yep, I have 5 of them now. 5 cars, and I have a T-shirt. So,
yes, I got the T-shirt as well. So I would like to thank Mike Potter for hooking those up with us. Yep,
and eventually it'll go on my wall somewhere if I can figure out exactly how to do it. KC Boys in Iowa brought some good cars. Got a lot of both of them for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, man, definitely. They brought a ton of stuff, and I probably overbought with the Bates Boys just a little bit because he's like, I'm surprised nobody went through all these 5-packs. And I'm like, why is that? He's like, well, they're only $4. And then I was like, well, let me go look at these. And I brought home 7 of them. So
Squirrel.
squirrel. Why
You.
did you yell? No,
with
yes.
with the 4-pack, with
Yeah,
the 5-pack.
you just don't need to yell that because I'm wearing
Oh.
noise canceling headphones and that was really, really loud.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
So like I said, see he oh payback.
Starts messing with my cases, I'll start moving the camera around.
So there is one thing I want to tell everybody, that Saturday night when I got down there to Brent's house, we were shooting some pool with his Marine buddies, and they would distract him every now and again, and then I would face the cars the correct way.
No, they're all the perfect way right now. Passenger side as Hot Wheel intended.
Whatever. So I finally, last night when we were doing the testing for this, I made him find all the other ones that I had switched around.
I'm thoroughly getting messed with now. So
yes,
it might have been my fault, but
even better. No car left unturned. Well, our normal squirrel's down in South Carolina, but
yeah,
hopefully
he's not on tonight, which would be fun.
I know it's really, really weird. I thought overall it was a great time. I finally got back at Brent for making fun of me but he did apologize for that. So we'll leave that alone.
But I've never actually physically messed with your collection either, though.
Not yet.
No, yeah, you started it. Now it's on. I hate my carded Camaro that faces the driver's door. Exactly. Passenger way is the only way to go. So
you can fix that, Manny, with a little bit of a rip and a tug, and there you go.
Or you could use a little acetone and release it, and then switch it the other way. So
yeah, and put some glue back on it. Okay, so next week our guest is going to be Mr. CJ Grams. We're going to get back into some local collector interviews as we always used to do. So we're going to do that. I know we've had a bunch of kind of open forum type shows, so we want to get back in and get to know some of you local collectors as well. Mm-hmm. If you're interested in being on, just let us know. We can make it work. Yeah, we've seen them face both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And CJ, I'm looking forward to that. I will get you some questions hopefully before the end of the weekend. With that, I know there's a lot going on, just other things.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to see for the next customizer event or customizer show? I know we've done wheel swaps, we've done
crazy
one-offs,
customs. That was really fun.
Yeah, with Corey.
Mm-hmm. Corey definitely did some things I hadn't thought of before, so that was kind of cool. So
I still want to do the Top Chef, kind of get 2 or 3 guys together on a live, and you guys got an hour to build a car from we'll let you break it down, so at least that way you don't have to break it apart, but we'll let you build from there.
Yeah.
So we got that idea coming up as well, if you guys would like to see that. Is there a bigger national guest that you'd like to see on the show? Let's hear from that. I know we've had Mr. Zarnock on, we've had Mr. Pascal on, we've had Adam Grapes on. Those guys were all entertaining. We've had
Mr. Alvarado.
We've had Mr. Dave Baumgartner, who does our club cars. We've had Roy Lee Friend on as well.
We've had the Preacher on, for those that are part of the Double Down Diecast. And if you're not, go check that out. It's a really good time. Preacher's live right now doing his sale, so he's live every Thursday night. So, and
okay,
Drew. I think every Saturday too.
Yeah, that's a great question.
What is a local? Go ahead.
Local to me means within 150, 200-mile area of Nebraska. So, anybody along that point, anybody that says their home base is in our area. I mean, we do have people all across the country and a few places around the world that kind of follow us. I know we have a couple guys in Spain and Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
But local to me are guys that come to the shows as much as they can, and they just want to share their love of diecast with all of us. It's a chance to show off your collections, talk about what you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's a chance to get to know who you are.
Yep. I mean,
Perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect. If you want to come on to the live show and show off your private collection, that's kind of what me and him are doing currently. I mean, obviously you're only seeing a small snippet of both of them, but I mean, and I mean, we could go into detail what's behind us, but we ain't got that kind of time. So, just introduce yourself to everybody and show off your favorite cars or your favorite casting. Just let us know of who you are. Introduce yourself to the club in general.
I mean, the vast majority of us probably live within, from Sioux Falls to Kansas City and Des Moines to Grand Island. That's probably where the most of us are from.
Yeah, because we've had Justin Patrick on the show before. So
yeah. So
trust me, Drew. What you see is a small snippet of what I want you to see. I mean, I can move the camera around a little bit, and it's all nice and clean, and everything is in its place. And you can kind of see a little bit more over there. But we're not going full 360 for a reason. Let's put it that way. So,
but on the other side of that pool table, it's a hot
There's no pool
mess.
table. You can't see the table.
Yeah.
But yes, there is a pool table.
Yes, and we cannot forget our good friend and sometimes host, Mr. Brian Klein. We haven't had a takeover in a while.
No, we haven't. Maybe we ought to reach out and see if he can take over for a change.
I know he's getting ready for the baby, but we haven't had a Brian Klein takeover in a while.
Nope. And we've had Cave In, and we've had a lot of people from the area and outside the area too. So it's been kind of fun.
We still need to get Barnes though.
Yeah. Thank you, Manny. It is.
Yes.
And here's the thing, Manny. I didn't actually open any of these to put them on the wall. They were already open. This is not part of the carded collection. This is just cars that I've ripped previously. There is most likely doubles to triples, quadruples,
sixes.
Yeah, there's a lot of extras. So as time progresses, there's going to be more and more of my private collection coming up for sale because I don't need 6 of the same car unless it's a Mercedes. So,
and you have not enough of those.
No, but I did find a new one the other day, so that made me happy. Yeah, I added a brand new 380 SEL to my private collection that I didn't know existed. So I stumbled across it one night on the eBay, and I found it, and I purchased it, and it's now in my basement. So I'm much happier with another one. And I actually did the math, and I think I have 48 different 380 SEL Mercedes-Benz. So, and I highly doubt anybody can beat that. So,
hey Jeff, hey Super Mike, how are you all doing?
What's up, Mike?
Like I said, we're talking about how things went in Omaha. If those of you who don't know, Jeff Warshall helps represent the Dutch Legacy Project. So if you are ever in need of assistance for medical bills or things like that, reach out to those folks. They will definitely do their best to try to help you.
Did you get to
Did
open the two you got from the LA convention? I have them upstairs. They will not be opened, Manny, unless I can find another set. They won't be opened. So they will forever remain in their Indian prison. So shh, I'm hiding.
you're
Who
in
said that?
hiding?
Warshall.
Warshall.
Look at this guy sneaking in.
Yeah. I do have one other thing of business for the club goes. We do need to get this thing moving. We've waited
Yes.
long enough. So after we get done here and we'll have a short discussion with the admin folks, this is probably going to go up up for sale here on the club page, and this is open to everybody. So you'll see a post about it here very shortly. And also,
why don't you explain what that is for the people that are watching
yes,
who may or may not know what that is?
So for those of you who do not know what this is, obviously it's a custom 55 gasser, but this was presented to the club during the chapter meeting in LA this past convention, Hot Wheels convention at the 36th annual. There are four types or four colors to this gasser. We obviously got a red one, and there's 15 of those. Ours is lucky number 13. So they were done in along with Chris Stangler, the Mafia, and I think Joe Small had a hand in these as well. But as a club, since we attended the chapter meeting, we were able to get this car along with another car, and we are encouraged to sell these to add funds to the club so that we can continue to do awesome things like we did down in Omaha, or to buy other cars to give away, as raffles or giveaways, door prizes.
Random door prize. It depends on the number. It changes every time. So,
but this is one of 15. It's number 13 of 15. This is really, really cool car. It's done really well, but this will be part of a post here shortly. And this is the newsletter car for attending the chapter meeting here at the convention. We should, if they continue with this, have another one after the Columbus show as well. So we'll put that up there for everybody.
Yep. And for those that don't know, Chris Stangler was the one that made those. And he, if I remember correctly, he had them chrome plated and then put the I think it's the Spectre Flame red over it. Direct sale or raffle. It will be a reply auction. It'll be a reply auction, silent auction, but on the Facebook group there, Jeff.
And everybody that is a member of the page is eligible to participate. So do not feel like you are excluded because you don't go to a show or you live out of the area.
Yep, they are chrome plated. That's what I thought they were.
Good pickup on that.
Yep. I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do next, because what was the last one? I can't remember what it was.
The first one?
Yeah, the one that we got in Charlotte.
That was a gasser too.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then I think the year before that it was a Datsun wagon. We
not the chapter meeting. That was the first time they did that.
Oh, okay.
The newsletter cars were I think it was Chicago was a Datsun, I think. I don't know. I have to go look again. Yeah. Too many cars.
I hear you.
But thank you, Manny, for clearing that up on the chrome plating. I had not known that or forgotten. Mr. Gary, how are you? I don't really have anything else other than to rip a car open here at the end of the show like we normally do, unless, you all got some comments about the show. Was there anything that was a negative to you guys, or hey, could we do this better or differently?
Yeah. We take all criticisms, positive and negative. And unfortunately, there was no suggestions this time around, but someone did donate some money in the suggestion box to go to the charity for the hospital. So that was a nice thing because, we're able to buy cars to give away to the children. So that's always nice.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to do that again as well. I think that's something else we're going to talk about tonight. Oh, I remember one more thing. Yesterday or the night before, I did post the meeting minutes from the last time the admin team got together. So we're going to continue to do that so that you guys can see what it is that we go through, what we plan out, what we discuss. And then I think here in the very near future, Mr. Brent is going to try to get down his clubhouse lockdown, and we're going to have a completely open meeting for everybody to come in and have a small box of cars. We'll trade those, and we'll discuss what's going on, kind of show you our thought process and everything. Maybe have a little bit of food and just have a nice, relaxing time, not worrying to have to sell or anything like that. So let's get back into here. Okay, we'll talk about that. Yeah, we knew. Well, I'll get back to it. Drew, we knew that you were having some issues, and it's no worries. I'm just glad that hopefully your wife is doing better. Yes, somebody was removed. They were removed because they have an issue. They know what that issue is. And we thought for the betterment of the show and the safety of everyone there that we asked this person to leave. That person himself left with no incident. The other two individuals, they shared their concerns and they left quietly.
Sorry to hear that, Drew.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not good.
But with our club, our goal is always to have a safe, family-friendly environment where everyone is safe to enjoy the event. And that individual didn't need to be at our show, and we asked him politely to leave, and he abided by that decision, and he left. So, other than that, we'll move on to happy things. Because
yes, no more sad stuff.
Nope.
So
what are you ripping tonight?
I don't know. I got like a ton of choices. I could go Black Walls. I got my another Barbie van, but that's anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some Ferrari racers. I got some Love Van. I could do that.
Nice. Love Van. Which one's the Love Van? Oh, that one. Okay. Duh. Yeah. I know which one that is now.
So, I got some choices here. Oh, I know what I'm doing.
All right.
I got two.
All right.
Because I have to. I've been only begging about that one car forever. So
yeah, and I had one for you, but you went up and bought it anyways.
Oh, you found one?
Well, yeah.
No worries, Mike. It's.
Oh, the Skyline Chase. Yeah.
I already did that. That's up over there somewhere.
Yeah, the Mercedes is over there. I have the Mercedes over here.
I mean, I ripped the Lambo the other night.
This is the neat thing. I should walk over here and grab it.
I mean, the only Chase I'm missing right now is the Volvo. So, yeah, I ripped that.
Yep, there's the black Mercedes Chase.
So here we go. We're gonna rip open this Love Van. I have a feeling these things are going to be pretty popular or going to have a pretty good value on them here in the near future. I don't think there were very many produced.
Yeah, I don't know if we've actually heard the actual final number on how many of those vans were made. So
Well, I think after the period correct Mercedes, after that slipped out, they got a little bit tighter on
Yeah,
how
true.
much.
And the period corrects. Oh, look at that. That is sharp.
I like how they've got the fade up here,
Yeah, I like how it goes from the blue to the pink.
a little pinstriping on the front.
Very nice.
Very good detail on the front here, and then he's signed on the back. So
Yeah, I like
very
his.
nice
I
card.
liked his autograph. It's kind of a neat way that he did that. So
Yes, and it rolls. It rolls very nicely. Are you opening anything tonight?
yeah,
Did you
I'm.
get?
I've got a couple of things tonight actually. Hold on a second here. Let me just. All right, now that
Needs
I
a
now,
wheel swap.
who said that? Who's
Manny.
Manny? Of course, Manny says wheel swap. We have the 2-pack here
Oh,
of the '66 Chevelle and the 1969 Ford Torino Talladega. And this is the only one I found of this set, and it's got to come out because I really want to see these outside. I wish I could do it. Oh wait, no, I'm trying not to hurt the card art.
What?
Sorry, I have a minion in the background.
yeah. Well, she's documented your whole collection. So
Yes, yeah. Well, not all of it. She's been slacking the last 3 weeks or 3 months. So
Got overwhelmed.
yeah, I totally agree with that overwhelmed comment.
yeah. Let's see if we can. Oh, I need to make a bigger. Need to make a bigger skateboard ramp. And then, oh, so pretty. The number 86 Chevelle. This is the only one I found, and I'm glad I was able to open it.
I only found one too, so it is a good set, CJ. Definitely one to grab if you can. Okay, so for the last car of the night, we're going to go old school. We're going to start off with the back. This is an unpunched card. Of course, we'll have to fix that here shortly.
Yeah, you'll have to poke out the unpunched part.
Yeah, I know. So anybody that knows me knows that I collect Dodge vehicles, and this is probably one of the biggest cult classic castings out there from the Blackwall era. You wouldn't think anybody would be like all over this, but it is. This is the Dodge Aries wagon. So first things, we need to get rid of this thing right here. Yeah.
It looks just like this one.
See, we got rid of this. We don't need these anymore because, we're not hanging it up. Yeah, you're about to see the destroyer of cards.
He says, no.
And I did good on this one because
it's
not my normal.
No, you would normally have torn that thing in half. So
Or 6.
Or 6. I've seen you do that before.
But yeah, there she is, folks. The Dodge Aries wagon.
Ooh.
I have been after this car for about 6 or 7 years, and I've never found one that I was satisfied with until Mr. Jeff Drew put one up for sale on Deal or No Deal, and I snagged it. And surprisingly, nobody else did.
Yeah. So I do have one more car.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
My little minion that's standing right here bought me this for Christmas. It is the Firehouse Fueler. It is the track semi truck. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this one a little more violently.
Open like you need it. Come on. That's 5 years old.
There, just for Ken, go ahead and in there. So you're not putting it back on the card. And then it has the ladder that goes up and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really, really nice shiny gloss black on the cab. And the neat thing about these is they are track raceable. So even though the trailer doesn't come off, as you can see, I'm not moving the cab, but the trailer pivots. So it's able to go through the actual loops and everything like that. So it's kind of neat. And if you want, you can put a car on the back and take it with you.
Maybe another downhill race.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. We can do semi-truck racing. So, yep. I like my semi-trucks.
I love this wagon, Drew. It is one of my favorite wagons.
Aspen, I should cry. It's an Aries,
Well,
not an Aspen. Aries. See if I can show it. Aries wagon. Look at that. This camera works really well. That's insane that I'm able to get that kind of detail.
I know. I think this is an upgrade over your phone.
I think it is too. I think we might have to kick, and you can actually see some of the castings behind me, so that's kind of neat too. So, even though there's just a small window, what you get to see. So, but that's the neat thing about this live show is I can move it around. So, who knows? Maybe next week I'll be over there or over there. You never know. Yeah, is your track mobile? How about a super race in Des Moines? Ooh.
We could do a super race. I mean,
we have multiple tracks. We've got the big 35 footer, and we do have several 8 footers. We can always bring one of those out too. If we can't manage to bring the whole 35 with us, we can do it any other way. So.
Oh, he wants some extra torture, Drew. Here.
Ooh. I wonder if I have a black wall I could grab. Ooh. Oh yeah. Here. Oh, there we go. Well, yeah. Well, we've only got 3 minutes. Let's see how much damage you can do to Drew here in 3 minutes.
No,
is that the anniversary?
No, they're OGs.
Oh, that's not even the anniversary even. Wow.
They are OG.
Mr. Derek, nice. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Those are OG cards. What up, Mr. Derek? Man, thank you again for bringing Little Man down to the show. He was awesome, a big help, and he did some fun racing as well. How did Dave and Buster's go?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Some practice. Very nice.
Well, I think that's about it for tonight.
Yeah, I'd say I don't think we have anything else for the evening, unless somebody else has a late minute comment that they'd like to bring up or anything along those lines.
Yeah, those are nice, Drew. They really are. And they're going to get ripped.
Yep.
You ended up with an Xbox. All right. Well, folks, that's all we've got for tonight. The
peanut gallery is attacking me.
Yeah, the peanut gallery is attacking. I hope you all enjoyed the show, enjoyed Omaha. Yep, Evan, we will see you
I'm leaving
next
the group.
time.
Don't worry, Drew. We don't open them all. There is cars that
rules.
There's no rules, but there is cars that aren't allowed to be open.
Yeah.
Who said dang minions? Mr. James.
See, he yelled at me the last time I tried to open this.
Yes. Yeah, look that one up, people. I told him no.
So we will see you all in a couple of weeks, either out in Des Moines or in Kearney.
Yep.
Or just out in the aisles. Say hi to each other.
Yep.
Have some fun. Share some cars. Talk about what you like, what you don't like. But we'll see you all here next Thursday with CJ Grams. That should be a good interview.
Oh, yeah.
And good night, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.